To begin with, I was thoroughly confused. But so far, I'm very intrigued. It's definitely a middle book. We have so many plot lines, so many characters, so many timelines, so many everything. The Book That Wouldn't Burn, the first book in the Library trilogy by Mark Lawrence, and as far as I know, the latest series that's out of his. But I'm not a professional in that sense, as in I know nothing. So this book. So the title of this book and also the cover of this book kind of gave me the vibes that I would be getting like a Victorian England kind of a setting, and we would have this place of magical books, probably a library because of the title of the series, and at least one of these books would be indestructible. Indestructible, I think it's indestructible. Yes. Well, we got a whole lot more than that, didn't we? Yes. So, to begin with, I was thoroughly confused. So confused. So confused. So, we have these two timelines. We have the timeline, well, timeline is not the right word. Plot lines. So we have these two plot lines. Plot line one is, well, neither one or two, but one of them is Liveria. If I'm saying the names right, I don't know. Anyway, she has grown up in the dust. Basically, what we get from her in the beginning is she's a homeless orphan walking through the desert kind of a situation. Basically that. Not really, but that's the vibes. That's the vibes I'm gonna give you. So, plotline number two, we follow, I love how I'm just doing the one thing. Plotline number two, we follow, I wanna say his name is Eva. Don't come at me. I can't pronounce things to save my life. So his plotline is basically he's grown up in this library, which is possibly ever expanding. He's grown up here with a set of found siblings, as it were. They've kind of had relationships with each other because they're not actually related, but that's a different thing altogether. I'm not going to get into it because I couldn't keep up with it. Anyway, so we have these two plot lines, and they are not actually in the same, let's say, timeline to begin with, because this whole book, they're not even close to each other, but they do merge at one point. Well, several points, really. It's just that we're kind of getting them in different worlds and different times. It's that kind of a deal. So basically what this library is, or has the ability to do, so these kids that, let's say people that live in the library, they have kind of the ability to travel between worlds and times because of a mechanism. Yes. Honestly though, it was a wild ride. It was a very wild ride. I do wonder if the wild ride wasn't a tad bit too long, but also this is book one, so I'm gonna hold off on that until I get books 2 and 3 and see what they give me. But so far, I'm very intrigued. It's one of those that I'm definitely gonna have to reread it, because keeping up with the timelines, not just the worlds, the timelines, because ages are different. They kept changing. It was a lot, but I'm gonna pause it here, read book number 2 and see if I get more confused, or if it starts to make even more sense, because it does make sense towards the end of the book, but we are also getting like kind of a build up for like book 2 and 3, but yeah, we've stopped at a midpoint, and now I need to read book 2, so I'm gonna go do that. So I'll see you in a bit. Thank you, bye-bye. Welcome to the middle book. So this is the book that broke the world. It's part 2 in the library trilogy. Trilogy. And it's definitely a middle book. Definitely. So first off, I want to say though, because the book kind of starts off with this whole like, the story so far, so we get like little bullet points and stuff about the characters and what's happened and so on and so on, you know what I mean, which is excellent, especially if you read a lot of books or you read the books as they came out like a year or so apart. You get that whole like, well, I don't need to reread book 1 to read book 2 because I have all the bullet points I need. I mean, I can reread the book if I want the vibes, but I have the bullet points, and that's basically all you need. So yes. I'm hoping book 3 does the same. I have a feeling it's gonna, but we'll see. So, props to that. We do enjoy a recap that's, you know, informational, but not like spoilery, because it's just, it is what it is. Anyway, so this one, definitely middle book material, because we end book 1 where we've had all the introductions to the characters, to the world. I guess mostly it's the characters, I feel. We get like a sense of what this world is. We have the library, we have the like the outside world, I want to call it, but is it really? So we have book 2, and we end the book 1 with like not a happily ever after kind of a deal, because it's first in the series, but it's a build-up of what could come, which is basically what you want from a first book in a trilogy, really. But then we have book 2. Book 2 is kind of the one that blew up. So we get a lot. It's like we are it's like we have 100 tiny balls, and we just toss them up into the air, and all these little balls are full of like, say sentences of a full chapter, and you're supposed to like catch them all and try to figure out which way and which order everything is in. That's kind of the feeling I got from this book. It's like we are getting thrown into the wide universe, the expansive universe, and we're just supposed to like find our way home, but we have no idea where we are. So there's so much happening. So much happening, and I don't even know where to start. I don't know if I could summarize this book in any other way than that. It's just like, it's the middle book, everything has blown up, and now we're trying to fit the pieces back together. Oh, I feel like I've just said the same thing in a few different ways, but I'm liking it, but also I'm like, I have that little feeling where I could very easily not continue this series. It didn't grip me in the same way I feel it should. Yeah, it didn't motivate me to want to pick up book number 3 and finish the series. So if anything, it kind of deflated me. But I'm loving these covers, honestly. But it's the library vibes. It's the bookish library vibes. So, you know, you get what you give. What am I even saying? I don't know, okay? I don't know. We have the third and final book in the library trilogy. This is the book that held her heart. It is this book. So, first off, good news. We get a handy little, the story so far, bullet points kind of a deal in this one as well. Much appreciated. I wish every series had this kind of a thing. Why is this not a thing? Why is this not a worldwide thing that's everywhere? I mean, it is, but it isn't. You know? You know. So. Okay, I'll start off by saying that I think this is a series I'm gonna have to reread. Not because I loved it so much, I'm ready to die for it, but because there is so much happening that I couldn't keep track. I couldn't keep track of anything at all by the end of it. And by the end of it, like the end, I was like, oh, okay then. So this is how it ends. So the whole series. So we have book one. Book one lays the ground. We get it's a lot. Book one is a lot, but we have a grasp of it. I mean, it did take me a good while to figure out what that, like, the timelines and the plot lines and the older lines, because of how it's laid out. So we have the library and we have what's on the outside, let's say. Yeah. And book two comes and blows everything up in the air, and we have so many characters, so many plot lines, and then we're just left standing, and then we begin book three, which is where we're still kind of left standing. We have so many plot lines, so many characters, so many timelines, so many everything. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's massive, and I don't know where I fit in it all. It's kind of that. It's like it gave me an existential life crisis. Possibly. So I'll put this down because my arm is tired and I do have a mark from holding up the book for 5 seconds. So, you know, there's that. Also, it's itchy. Why is this itchy? It's because it's so damn hot. Anyway, so the whole series. It's a lot. So we have the, like, the love of books and stories with the library, and we have the what all the stories are that are in the library, and how ever expanding this library is. It's like all the stories of the world, like all the people's lives everywhere, it's like they're all in the books, and we have this like massiveness, and to get a new story, to get a new character, to everything, we pick up a new book and we're like, it's like we're juggling all the books and we cannot read all the books at once, kind of a deal. And it's so many things. I don't know how to like properly talk about it without confusing myself along the way, because these videos are mostly like my thoughts at the time of having read the books, which is why they're kind of choppy and kind of all over the place, because I don't write down what I want to say, I just say it. I have intentions of doing like more like condensed, more onto the point kind of review videos, but these are vlogs and these are just what's on my head. What's in my head at the time. And my cats are going crazy again, as always. And this is kind of where I feel like this video especially, I think, but also like the choppiness of everything. It's it's like all my videos and all my thoughts in the different like clips and stuff. This is like what this series is. It's all choppy and confusion, and it's so much. It's so much. I do feel like I might reread it, because I do feel like I need to reread it to kind of get the whole thing. That's like what the series is supposed to give you. And I feel like I kind of want to. I don't know when that will happen, but yeah, it's because there's so much, maybe too much. I liked it for the most part, but then because it's so many plot lines, so many characters, it's like I'm so confused. I don't know where I stand, and my thoughts are just scattered, as you can tell if you watch so far, probably. And if you've clicked off, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you for a single second. Yeah. Yeah, I think this series is giving way more than maybe what you think you want or need when you pick up a new book or series, and which is why a reread is probably due. And now my camera is flashing that it's overheating, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I liked it. May reread it because I feel like I need to get all the things it's wanting to give, but it's not a high priority case, let's say. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Before my camera overheats properly, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you all next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye.